Hi everybody, this is Junkman again. And we're back out here at that trailer that we set on fire yesterday. And let me show you how it looks here. That's it. Everything burned up nicely. And that's old Will over there. Give me a hand. Hey, any junk man gotta have a junkyard buddy, and Will's mine. So this is what happened. All that wood that was on here you seen burned up. There's some over here that didn't burn, but it's no big deal. So burning it up, what it did was leave us with the metal, and that's what we wanted. Alright, the wood is just a headache trying to get rid of. So we burnt all that up. We just have the trailer, the sheet metal, and the frame metal. Now the people who trailer this belonged to said it was alright just to dump the empty ashes and stuff over here and just burn up any leftover wood. You see Will up here separating some of this. He's picking out the metal, taking it, throwing it to the side. The aluminum windows that was there, he's throwing it to the side there, and we'll get all that stuff later. Now, as you see, we done got the trailer burnt down, as I said. Now we're in the we're peeling back the metal that's on the bottom of the trailer, as you can see here. We're in the process of doing that now. Now remember, before you start cutting, put your goggles on. Don't start cutting without your goggles. You will hurt your eyes. I had a sty on my eye once that I had to go to the eye doctor, and he had to cut it out. He had to cut a big pus and stuff I had in my eyes from not using my eye goggles. So be on the safe side. I'm gonna tell you, you don't want to have to go to the eye doctor or the eye surgeon and get that pus cut out your eye. He goes up under your eyelid with a scalpel, and it's not fun at all. So use your eye gear. And some of you made a comment about the email, about the video I did yesterday about the wire and snakes. And I was out here, Junkman was out here, and I took a furnace out of that camper I showed you, and we threw it in the truck. The next morning when I went to unload the truck at the junkyard, there was this big 75-foot snake up under there. He was about big as a telephone pole, and he scared the hell out of Junkman. Junkman did a Fred Sanford. I almost had the big one. So when you're doing this and you're out in the woods, look for them little creatures that's up in that crawls up in these in this stuff, and make sure you get them out. All right, let me show you here what Will done did. There we go. We're peeling back the trailer. We're peeling back the aluminum on the trailer. Then we'll start cutting it up. I'll show you in a minute, few minutes, once I get the torch fired up and we get this peeled back. I'll show you what we have. Now at my junkyard, you cut it up into 3-foot sections. Alright, that's number 1 prepared steel. 3 foot. It might be different at your junkyard. So before you cut it up, check it out with the junkyard of how long do they want it. 3 foot wide, 3 foot long, 18 inches wide. That's number 1. You get paid the best price for number 1 steel. Alright, let me get the torch and start cutting it up. I'll show you here in a minute. As you can see, my partner Will has started cutting up the frame. Alright, now from my junkyard, it's 3 feet long no longer than 18 inches wide. It'll fall, Will, once you get, it's what's slinging up on the other one. No longer than 18 inches wide. Now when you're cutting, always have a safety man. As Will's cutting, I'm sitting back here, I got his back. Make sure nothing happens. Don't try to cut alone. Always have a safety person. Oh, your cord. Now remember, first you want to burn if you can. Some places you can't. You want to burn the trailer. That way it's a lot easier to get to the frame. And also, since most trailers have this coating on the aluminum, the junkyard don't want to take it for pressing because of the coating on it. This way you burn the coating all the way off. I'll let you watch us cut this front piece off. Then I'll Now you don't have to start on the side rails. You can start anywhere. While we're doing this, let me answer some questions that I got. Number one question is, can you take rusted steel to the junkyard? Sure you can. If it's steel and if it got some weight, take it. What other questions I've been getting? Well, I think we covered the amount of stuff you could take to the junkyard. Oh yeah, I got one email from the guy out in California. He hurt both of his shoulders a couple of years back, and he said he's been doing a lot of walking. So now when he walks, he stops and picks up the cans and the plastic bottles. He said that the cans and plastic bottles are 5 cents a piece from where he's at. Hey, that's the way I started. I got hurt. It put me on disability. And I didn't have, at the end of the check, after I paid my bills, I only had $30 left. I started picking up cans. You know, I had to make some money. You know, $30 to last you at the rest of the month after you pay your bills is nothing. So I started picking up cans and it got to here. Hey, I still don't have much money left over after my check, but or doing the junk. But I do have a few pennies. You know, I can afford to go out and eat at McDonald's a few times. Alright, I'll get back with y'all later after we get this cut up and let you show you what we have done. As you see, we got half of this trailer just about cut up. We'll fill in the other half of the trailer. There's a better view of it. I know what some of you are saying. Well, Junkman, how can I make money cutting up trailers and for scrap? I don't have a blowtorch. and I don't have wheel. Well,